It's baby having time. Oh, this is very yellow. We're headed off to the hospital right now for me to be induced. We're just making sure we have everything and we're headed out. We're gonna have our baby today. Oh my goodness, I'm so nervous. I've done this before. I don't know why I'm nervous. They tried 3 times to break my water. It was a wonderful experience. It did not work, but we're on Pitocin right now. And yeah. Hey! Apparently labor makes my hand-eye coordination a million times better. Yeah. Who needs to be bit by a radioactive spider or fall into a vat of radioactive waste or... No, that's pretty much it for superheroes who... hand-eye coordination.
Here they go!
You're gonna get me happy, but you're also gonna get me mad with you.
I know, I'll stop whenever I know it's time. Don't worry.
When I'm in talking kind of quietly because Nick's about to lay down and MJ is currently sleeping. But this is going to be the birth experience, birth story time of the vlog, just because things kind of hit the fan. So we, you know, just turned off the cameras and focused on getting our second little princess into the world. Okay, so after I was on the yoga ball, I got into the bathtub with some oils. Highly recommend. I'm pretty certain that's why I didn't tear. Spoiler alert, did not tear. Very proud of myself. If I could, I would give myself a high five right now. But after we got in the bathtub, I was in there for about like an hour or so, I want to say, just kind of soaking, trying to relax some more, like relax into the contractions. I'm sorry, I'll try not to talk with my hands, I promise. And I was reading Princess Bride because as a like little distraction thing, I noticed that my contractions were getting farther apart and the bands were getting super itchy. And so we got out of the tub and we went and laid in the bed with a peanut ball and whatnot, and then that's when things started to hurt on my back because little one decided to twist around in my uterus and go ahead and be spine to spine facing the sky. And so it caused all the contractions, or a majority of the contractions I should say, to be in my spine. And I labored for about 14 hours with her. I think I talked about them trying to break my water 3 times when we first came in. A lot had happened. So basically the way that your body is set up is you have baby's head, cervix, and then your booty. And so my cervix was still tucked under the baby's head, when normally it kind of works its way into the right spot once you are ready to give birth. And I got induced a week early, and so it was still tucked under there, and it wasn't allowing my doctor to break the second sac. And so the first sac kind of broke, and that had leaked out. And then they went through and broke the second sac at about like 12:30-ish. And I ended up having her at 10:59. But okay, change of angle for obvious reasons. baby girl and I just got our vitals done for tonight. But as I was saying, there was a lot of stuff that had to happen before she was ready to even like start thinking about making her way on out into this world, because she's facing sky up, so she had to turn around. My cervix had to untuck from behind her head, which it did a little bit thanks to the bath, but they didn't want me getting back into the bathtub afterwards because it did slow down labor, just because baths, they're really good for pain management and to help prevent tearing, but the downside of them is that they slow down your labor pretty much, just because you are so relaxed, or at least that's what my midwife told me. We were doing all the tips and tricks, like I said, all the holistic remedies. Nothing was helping, and the contractions were, I guess they were just going on for so long. I don't know. From what I remember with Luna, they did not hurt this badly at 4 centimeters. For like the 4 centimeter contractions did not have me going, oh, I need the epidural. Only the like 7 to 10 centimeters ones did. But this time around, I guess just since it had been going on for so long, the nurse was like, the midwife was like, do you want to try it? Because for me, myself and I'm completely against getting the epidural unless absolutely necessary. And I just don't, just personal preference. So she recommended the IV stuff, and I went ahead and took that since my contractions on my spine were so bad, and that was the only place I was feeling them. And basically, I forget what it's called. I think it starts with an S, I want to say, but I know with the IV stuff, I still definitely felt it did not lessen the pain at all for when it came to contractions and the ring of fire and pushing and all that fun stuff. But it did help me. Basically, it helped me be able to like kind of sleep and rest. Not really sleep, but like lay down and rest and relax between contractions. It helped me lay down, relax, and rest between contractions and stop fighting them pretty much, which was really nice, especially because I was only running on 4 hours of sleep. And so I'm very thankful that I did get the IV. I'm a little disappointed in myself, but honestly, looking back on it, don't really give a crap, because I probably would have ended up getting a C-section if I hadn't gone with getting the IV. You just want some cuddles? I'll give you all the cuddles. Yeah. But as I was saying, they were talking about doing a C-section for me if I had gone into August 2nd, the afternoon of August 2nd. And honestly, if I wouldn't have gotten that IV stuff, I would have been asking for a C-section. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like the one that's out of your system within an hour. And so I was like completely lucid. Does lucid mean that you're alert, or does it mean that you're not alert? I'm also running on fumes right now. Fun fact. So I got the IV stuff at 9, and then it was on my system at 10, and at 10 o'clock I was a 6, a 5, a 6, or a 7, one of those three. And then, or wait, no, it was a 5, because I was a 7 at 10:30, and then I had her at 10:59. So I started progressing super quickly once it was all out of my system and I had gotten that chance to relax, and my body was kind of like, okay, let's do this. Let's get this done. And pushing was so brutal. From what I remember with Luna, this is gonna get graphic. And if you've ever ever had a natural birth, or especially a unmedicated or 100% natural or home birth, I apologize for the phantom pains that you're about to experience while I talk about this. And for everybody else, I apologize for this being TMI in some folks' opinion. Her older sister, all I had to do was 5 pushes. Basically, she was crowning. So those 5 pushes were the pushes to get her out, and that was it. With her, I don't know exactly how many pushes I had to do, but definitely was way more than 5. Felt like it took forever. There was 3 times that I stopped and I'm like, I don't think I'm doing this right. There's a point where they were telling me to curl into the push and I was like, I'm trying the best I can. But most of the pushes with her was, or at least what it felt like, was getting her to be crowning and to be down there in that position. Once I did keep my booty down and curl into the pushes, she was all out and dandy. Without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce you guys to the newest member of our family, our little wildflower. Oh, bless you.